What'd you see out of Marshall tonight?
Marshall was great, defensively, offensively, getting us organized on the offensive end, and then just putting his head down, getting into the paint, making plays, if not finishing.
You guys had the lull there in the second quarter. What happened there, and then how did you guys turn that around? But what led to kind of the lull of you guys?
I can't remember the lull.
Well, you're up by 23 points.
We scored 132 points. I don't know how much the lull.
Well, I mean, you're up by 23 and up 8 at half.
Yeah. They went on a run. That's basketball. They went on a run. We didn't score. We started to settle, but we had great looks, threes that I think, if I recall, in that lull, that we just didn't make. They went on a run, and then we went on a run, and that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember the second quarter, to tell you the truth.
How much is point differential in that tiebreaker cross your mind in the fourth quarter? Obviously,
Well, everybody's talking about it, so when everyone's talking about it, I'm trying to figure out what the right thing to do at this point. I'm not trying to embarrass anybody, and so we tried to keep the game where it was not like a run up. This was just we're running our offense, we're making shots, open shots, we're playing with pace, and so. But it was talked about a lot, and the game ended where it ended, and so.
It's a weird thing because typically you're up 41 and obviously you can dribble the shot clock out at the end there. Was there any thought about, let's try to get another bucket here?
No, that's disrespectful. That's not what this game is all about, or the tournament's all about. It's playing the game the right way. They got a lot of injuries over there. We're not trying to embarrass anybody. We're not looking to score again. We scored 100, and I just said we scored 132 points. That's enough points. If we lose that game, then we got to look at our defense, but we're not trying to embarrass anybody.
Kyrie was 4 or 5 on threes. He's up to 54% on the season. And all the accolades and praise that he gets for his game and the dribbles and the fancy moves and footwork, do you think it gets lost a little bit in the discourse around him that he's one of the best shooters the game's ever seen as well?
Yeah, maybe it gets lost a little bit. I mean, you're talking about one of the best players in the world, so whenever you mention Kai and he's one of the best players in the world, I think it's some things are going to be talked about a little bit more. His handle and his finishing is, the best in the world, and so yeah, I think sometimes his shooting is probably lost. I think he was close to one of those shooters type, 50, 90, 90 or whatever,
50, 40, 90.
There you go. I was never a shooter, so I never in that talk. So you look at what he does, and it's just in the rhythm, the flow. That's not forced. He takes what the defense gives him, and so just his basketball IQ, I think, is lost in that too. But his shooting is again, we can nitpick and say his free throws need to be better, but that's nitpicking. But he's showing that right now he's shooting the three at a very, very high level. He might be the only one shooting the three at a decent clip, and we gotta get the rest of them going.
What did you think of Clay's start, and then his teammates seem to recognize, keep the hot hand going?
Yeah, bounce back game. Look at the last game against Oklahoma, he got great looks that just didn't go down, and I thought there was a conscious effort to make sure that he got the ball early and often, got touches, and he got great looks that he knocked down tonight.
Could you explain that first quarter, Jason, when you guys just seemed to hit everything and score 44 points there?
Yeah, it happens. It just hasn't happened for us a lot here in the first 14 games, but tonight it did. And so I think when you look at the energy of the team, the air is a lot cleaner right now for us. You can see that with the way we're playing on the road and at home, and we're going to need that on the road.
Coach Kidd, looked good the first, pretty much some of the first 2 plays of the game. He had those 2 steals that led to those 2 layups for him. What did you think of his effort and intentionality on defense tonight?
Yeah, all defensive team. Hopefully he gets a vote tonight for starting us off. I thought he got 2 steals, and I think that helps too for his offensive game. It opens up the basket for him. But I thought again he was active defensively, and his hands, he came up with 2 steals that led to 2 layups for us to get us off to a good start.